Hello, and welcome to CabEstimator How-Tos. Today, we will be creating a new estimate. To create a new estimate, you can use the link on the left, or we have a link on the top right. The first thing we'll do is set up the project info. We've covered this in a past video in more detail, but today we'll just be filling in our information. We'll give our project a name, assign it to a client, and add our project notes. I wanted to use a real-world example, so we'll do this apartment kitchen. It's only a 10-box kitchen, but this will give you the process involved to do any size cabinet job. Let's take a look at the shop drawings of this kitchen. There are 4 base and 6 uppers. The actual job had a finished end on the upper above the stove and on the drawer base to the right of the sink. Today, we're going to make those as panels for demonstration purposes. We will also add some risers to our estimate. As you may have guessed, we're going to start by adding cabinets. Now, I'm going to do this in real time, so you get the idea of how fast this can be. Let's start with the base cabinets. In here, we select the room, change our sizes, add drawers, doors, pullouts, or shelves. We can also select box material if we need to, and our drawer and door styles if different than our default settings. The new cabinet pop-up will retain your previous selections. The next cabinet you add, you will only have to adjust a few things to make it a different cabinet, while retaining the settings that are the same. Once we have that first cabinet on the estimate, we can then either click the cabinet button at the top to add another one, or we can take a quick step and just click Duplicate. I find this is the fastest approach for cabinets in the same room. Then we click Edit and change the relevant settings to match our next cabinet. Let's add a pullout to this sink cabinet. Oh, I forgot to set the cabinet to a sink cabinet. Now let's keep going. That's all of our base cabinets. Let's add the first upper now. Okay, well, that's all the cabinets that we need. Let's move on to adding our parts, panels, fillers, and such. We'll start with the plant-on gable. You can select your material here if it's different than your finished door material. Let's continue with the upper plant-on. For this job, we use ladder kicks, so I've chosen to have ladder kicks as an add-on, and I can put in my per foot cost, then I can just tell it how much I need. Now we're going to need some finish kick, and again, you can select your material if it's different from the door material. We will need a couple of fillers. Oh, I guess we don't need that at 24 inches deep. Let's quickly change that. Each area or room has its own scope of work or area notes. Let's just add a few for now. Let's take a look at the bottom of our estimate. We can see how our materials and hardware are looking. We also start getting the idea of what this job will be worth at the bottom. We can see all our cost information, what our gross profit could be, and our profit margin. Now that we have all of our cabinets and parts included, we can take a look at our production schedule. And based on our build hours and finish hours, we can adjust our days. You can use the suggested days, or you can manually change them below if you feel you need more time for a particular phase. You can also select your start date if you know it. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to pretend we won this job, and now I have to add the deposit given. Let's take a look at the deposit amount required. To do this, we just need to click the deposit button, put in our amount, change the date, and give the payment a name, like deposit or first draw. Each room or area gets a cost and sell price subtotal to give you a real-time overview of how your estimate is progressing. As you may know from previous videos, we could add a discount at this point. That's self-explanatory. Today, we're just going to add our install. And as you can see, we can do a percentage of the subtotal or on a per cabinet basis. We will just do a percentage today. Now, let's scroll down and take a look at our estimate and see how things are looking. We can see that our payment shows up here, and we can already see what the new balance due is. Oh boy, I did the payment before we added the installation. Gonna have to change that. This will only take a couple of seconds. Okay, that looks better. We can look at our profitability, and if anything doesn't look right, obviously you still have a chance to change it. Say if you'd rather have a 68% margin. If you're using this copy of the estimate for your client, we've added an acceptance signature line as well. Okay, I think that does it for this estimate. And remember, if you did make any changes to your materials or settings and you needed to update this estimate, you just come to the top here and hit Sync Pricing. Now we can take a look at our reports and what the estimate printout will look like. Let's start with the shop list. This gives you an overview of the hardware, materials, and cabinet boxes required for this job. And here is what an itemized PDF for the client will look like. If you need to, you can print out an internal copy, which has all the costs and labor visible as well. And if your shop uses general overview notes and no item details, we also have that option. I know some of you caught that I had lots of sync bases. Well, we can change that. And since we're in here, the client called, and they want to add glass doors to the upper cabinet left of the sink. And now, that gives us a good visible badge where it says Glass Insert. So at a glance, we can tell that's what we need. And we have to quickly adjust the deposit again. And since we were just talking to the client and they're good with the estimate, we'll change this status to approved. That should give us the green badge at the top of the estimate. Yep, there it is. Now, let's just double check a few things. We can look at our schedule. I forgot. I think I want the plant on for the base to go to the floor. You may have noticed that when we put the estimate status to approved, the editing features were turned off to prevent anything from being accidentally changed. Now, we just have to put it back into draft mode and make our changes. We've made our changes, we'll set it back to approved, and you'll see that it's locked again. And that's it. You've completed your first estimate, without all the manual math and scribbling on paper. I realized this was a small kitchen, but it only took 18 to 20 minutes to complete. Once you have all of your materials and hardware set up, you can let the software do all the hard work for you. Thanks for using CabEstimator. That's it for this one. Take care.